What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I'd ask please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rage Rants TV. This is how we do. Raging Rebels make some noise. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Raging Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. Y'all, man, things just seem to go from bad to worse with the Rockets, do they not? I mean, in Houston sports in general. I mean, you look at the Astros, we very well may say goodbye to George Springer. You understand what I'm saying? We still don't know if we're going to sign back Michael Brantley. We still don't know who else we're going to be able to sign back. Who is even going to bother to sign back? Then you go to football. Then you go to the football team. You go to the Texans. J.J. Watt gone after this season. Y'all say what y'all want to. I hate to admit it. He gone. He gone, children. He gone. He gone, baby. He gone. He gone. He gone. He won't be with us no more. He won't be with us no more. And to be honest with you, if I'm a realist, I can't blame him. And then the news yesterday, Robert Covington. Not only Robert Covington getting traded to the Portland Trailblazers, but now there are reports that James Harden also no longer wants to be a part of the Houston Rockets. Y'all, let's talk about it. Now, we all knew with the Russell Westbrook situation, that was probably going to be a done deal. But before I even get into that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a conspiracy theorist, y'all. Maybe I'm just being crazy. But this story has taken too many twists and turns for me to believe anything now. So this is why I believe I need to go ahead and be a conspiracy theorist. You look at it when you first hear the reports. First, Russell Westbrook and James Harden gonna make it work. Then you hear reports of Russell Westbrook not wanting to be a part of the Rockets because he's not sure of the future or the direction of the franchise, right? Then you hear that he no longer wants to be a part of the Rockets because him and James Harden, they don't like the way they don't like the way each other play style is. Then you hear reports of, James Harden now they have no problem with each other personally. They just can't play with each other on the court. Then I don't know about y'all, but something smells rotten. You understand what I'm saying? Something smells rotten. And I'm going to tell you who I think it is because I've made a video like this before. But I didn't think that it reached all the way down to this. I didn't realize how far the rabbit hole goes, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, I think the Houston Rockets don't have a Russell Westbrook or a James Harden or even a coaching problem. I mean, they did. But I don't think that it's just that. Honestly, y'all, I think the Houston Rockets have a Tillman Ferttita problem. Oh my God, why would you say that, Ray? You've never met the man. Why would you say? Hear me out. Takes over the team. He buys the team in 2017, right? We go to the Western Conference Finals. Many would argue that the Houston Rockets were literally Chris Paul away from going to the finals that year, right? But if you notice, Tillman Ferttita was the owner that year. Yeah, but he was on a Leslie Alexander and Daryl Morey built team. You understand what I'm saying? And what did I tell y'all in the video earlier about why Daryl Morey left? When you get a new owner, especially one that wants to be, I don't know about y'all, but to me the man comes off as very arrogant, very cocky, and hell, when you get to have money like that, you get to act the way you want to. That's just the way the world works. I may not agree with it, but hell, who the hell am I? But when they come in, I noticed even jobs that y'all have worked at, right? You notice whenever there tends to be new management, there always seems to be with that new management brand new faces. Always, every single time. But slowly but surely, we're starting to see that. Brand new faces just popping up out of nowhere. Going by, because Ferttita's the new guy. You understand what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you see Chris Paul wants to leave. You understand what I'm saying? Because it started with Chris Paul. He wants to leave. Now Daryl Morey wants to leave. Now Russell Westbrook wants to leave. Now James Harden himself wants to leave when everybody thought it was just Harden. Now I could agree it could have been Harden. He deserves some blame, don't get me wrong. But with Tillman Ferttita, man, do y'all honestly think that he ran the decision to hire Stephen Silas by James Harden? Because if he did, why would he want to leave all of a sudden? Why would two guys who have been to a championship together, who have played together, who got drafted to the exact same team together, why would they all of a sudden just not want to play with each other all of a sudden? Now I understand there are huge egos that are involved in this, but no ego is that big to where they can't play with another star. You understand what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook could play with Paul George, he just couldn't win in the playoffs, and we see why he couldn't win in the playoffs. Because playoff P turns to way off P. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mean to ramble on, but it just seems to me, just out of nowhere, all these because it's perplexing to me, because it's like I can't play with Russell Westbrook, just Russell Westbrook, but yet I'm willing to go play in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie Irving. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think he ran. What I'm thinking is Tillman Ferttita, and like I said when we lost that playoff series, when we lost to the Warriors in 6 games, the year we had Chris Paul, who was the first person in front of every camera? Who was the first person answering all the questions? Tillman Ferttita. You understand what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, when you feel like they should have hired a guy like Doc Rivers, some people say no, but when you think they're going to hire a guy like Doc Rivers, they go with a first-year head coach. Then you see Robert Covington, a guy who I thought was probably going to be traded with Russell Westbrook to bring in another superstar, gets traded for Trevor Ariza and 2 first-round draft picks. Y'all, I hate to say it, but I think that Tillman Ferttita is not just going to change house with management. He's going to rebuild this entire team. Because as I said before, Tillman Ferttita doesn't run the basketball team like he's trying to win. He runs the basketball team like he's trying to make a profit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why guys like Clint Capella are gone. Because he didn't want to pay the luxury tax when you were right in the championship hunt. That's why we can't get over the hump, because teams like Golden State, when they had Kevin Durant, came out and said, we're willing to go above and beyond to pay whatever we have to keep this team together if that's what they want to do. Because we want to continue to what? Win. I don't think his main objective is to win. I think he just wants to make a profit. I'm going to say something, because this is, again, why I said I wish I'd had this YouTube channel years ago. Tillman Ferttita, if y'all not careful, y'all not paying attention, will slowly turn the Rockets into the Western Conference New York Knicks. I take no pride in saying that. I think he's just going to make the team, he's going to be just competent enough to keep the team playoff ready and then make that profit. If he feels he doesn't have to pay the superstars or pay the extra money to get us over there, he's not going to. He's already proven he's not going to. He's already shown y'all he's not. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, I hate to say this, but I think we're really headed, I don't want to say we're headed for dark times, but we're definitely headed for a rebuild, y'all. Do not be surprised if we see James Harden and Russell Westbrook gone and I'm playing on another team by next season. I don't believe that Tillman Ferttita will put the team around James Harden to make us competitive. With the Robert Covington trading for 2 first-round draft picks, y'all, that was the first domino to fall of many that will. Trust and believe. If he gets the trade package to get the draft compensation he needs for James Harden and or Russell Westbrook, trust and believe he's going to make that trade. He's going to make that trade, because in his mind, he's going to build for the future and make a profit and sell us a belief that we're going to be competitive going forward. When we have the pieces we need and just need a few tweaks to be competitive now. But he's not going to do that. And y'all already know how I feel about James Harden and Russell Westbrook. I want them to stay together, because I feel like we're literally a Miles Turner away from being where we need to be, and a good game plan offensively and defensively away from being where we need to be. But I don't think they're going to believe in that. I honestly think we're headed for a complete rebuild, both in the Texans and in the Houston Rockets standpoint. I hate to admit it, y'all. I hate to say it. I really hope that that's not the case, but the writing is on the wall. James Harden and Russell Westbrook are gone, y'all. I see that they're both gone now, and that's just going to be the reality of the situation. Do not be surprised if Tillman Ferttita turns into a slightly better version of James Dolan in the Western Conference Finals. For those that don't, in the Western Conference Finals, in the Western Conference. For those that don't know who James Dolan is, that is the owner of the New York Knicks. Do not be shocked. That's my video for today, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. I would say it's been a pleasure making this video, but I don't like sharing. I really don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I would never hate to be the one to be I would never hate the truth. So thank y'all again for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all later, man. And I'll be back later on with more videos, more content, more commentary. Now hashtag that. Enough said. See y'all later. God bless.